Okay, a little update and some questions on the 71 hellcat. Anyway, so I'm kind of trying to figure out my plumbing diagram, and I got that to go from Resto Mod Air. So I guess my question is on the back of this guy, there's two lines that come up, they come underneath and then they 90 up, and that's the supply and the return to the heater core. Anyway, I don't know if the passenger side is the supply or the driver's side would be the supply. So I need to figure that out. Other than that, I got my bulkhead fittings coming out. They're coming around. The top one, the supply line is gonna come. I got a trough made for hoses underneath this and some where there's room down there. And then it'll loop around, hit my compressor, come out of the compressor, loop up through here, and then hit this guy. And then I'm gonna put a 90 fitting on the bottom, and I'll be able to come back up, go back through, underneath, and then it'll be hidden all the way around and tie in. So that's the AC lines. Now, the intercooler for the supercharger, my plan is to hit a barb T right here, pick up my bottle, come over, another T, because I gotta have that bottle in line. Those two lines will come over and drop into that little area below the hood hinge with a bulkhead fitting and on some bulkhead 90s, and then they'll swing up and they'll be in a bundle with my AC lines. They're gonna come over. Now, I don't know where to put this guy. Everybody's been putting them over underneath the fender well, clean over here. I don't know if that's because of the wiring harness or if the wiring harness will work. I got a Mopar Performance plug and play. Hopefully with the ECU or PCM, I have not even looked at that yet. But if I can put this on this side in the fender well, that would be nice, because then I could, into the top of it, come out of it, come underneath here, loop around, and I got room to come into the cooler there, and then this one here would just jump up and around, and that would keep all that clean. The other question is, do you have to, on a street car, do you got to run a pre-cooler? I see a lot of guys in the factory cars run that little pre-cooler before this. If so, I do have a couple of these guys right here that I could pretty easily find a home for. But anyway, yeah, so that's my plumbing diagram. If anybody watches this that can help me with anything, please let me know. Other than that, it is looking pretty good. I got my Curry rear brake. Put those on the pumpkin. I gotta get my brake lines mocked up. Couple more brackets made, and then I can start taking this apart and doing some body work. I got my steering going in there, electric power brake there. So the pedal assemblies, I bought off eBay. I bought a wrecked pedal assembly kit, I guess you'd say, and I just cut it apart and built some bushings and kind of made it work. I don't know if you can see that in there, but it seemed to work out all right. I'm having a heck of a time finding the spot for the hydraulic fluid bottle for the clutch. there's just not room up in there where you can still get to the bottle without having to take the dash and everything completely apart if you had to get to it. So I tucked it up in there. I don't know if that's a bad idea or not. Anyway, if anybody hasn't, and I was just trying to keep this clean. I mean, I could always stick it here, but if, there again, let me know. But this is my shop apprentice, Dora. Dora, hey, what do you say?